Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very interesting demand or request, however we want to look at it, coming from Ukraine. And that is, they want, obviously, Patriot systems, air defense systems from the United States of America. And they already gave them a number that would suffice. Now, knowing a little bit about the human psychology, this is just a baby step or a small step, and then it's going to go in increments, pack, pack, pack. So the Ukrainians say, well, we need only between 10 and 12 Patriot batteries to be able to cover and defend our country, and it's going to be okay. The Russian missiles will be annihilated. I suspect that even if they will provide it with those 10 to 12 Patriot batteries, there will not be enough. And I will provide you what I think is enough. One, first is capability, and the other one is the number. And I think this is just a first step. If they will receive those batteries, I guarantee you that in about 2-3 weeks, the next thing would be, well, we need about 10 more, and 10 more, and 10 more, that you lose track. That's what happened before, and it will happen in this situation. Now, why do I think that 10 to 12 as a number would not suffice? Look at the map, and I will show you the map and the article, and you're going to realize what. I will show you also how what's the coverage area of these batteries, up to what distance they could detect missiles and possibly engage them, and how many they can engage. And you're going to be very disappointed. So that is also the number would not suffice based on the front and the surface of Ukraine. And the second, I don't think they're that good. All right. But hey, what do I know? And not only they're not that good as I think regarding, against, let's say, the hypersonic missiles. Let's make that as so I cover my tail, as one of my former supervisors used to tell me all the time, Emil, cover your tail, cover your tail. And I said, well, if I always don't do anything without making sure that's covered and nobody can, question that. Well, if you act like that in life, you would not do anything, because you will never. You would certainly not have an assurance that someone will interpret your actions in a certain way. So that means that would inhibit your action. Now, I'm not going to do this because I can't cover my tail. What do you think that when Magellan went in his little expeditions, or I don't know, Cortez and others, they think, let me cover my tail here. They said, kid, I'm going in. Whatever happened, happened. But no, cover your tail. That's cowardness. But anyway, people have different life experiences, and they have a different kind of genes, or they're trained in a certain way. Trained, or both. So what's going on here? Let me show you the article first. So you can inform, Ukraine needs 10 to 12 Patriot systems to protect entire country, Podolyak. I guarantee you that when they will receive these things, they will say, oh, I changed my mind. Actually, we can't protect the entire country. I guarantee you that. 199%. Ukraine needs 10 to 12 Patriot systems to protect the country's territory. Advisor to the head of the presidential office, Mikhailo Podolyak, said this in an interview with The Guardian. Who interviews these guys? The Guardian? When was the last time The Guardian interviewed, I don't know, Lavrov or whomever? Maybe yesterday. And I'm quoting Podolyak. Russia's tactics are clear. Okay. They use massive drone attacks to overload. This is a key word right here. Please keep that in mind when I want to talk about the Patriot systems capabilities. Overload our anti-aircraft systems, and then in parallel they have a window of opportunity, correct, to use ballistic missiles to target infrastructure. I've been saying this before. They're going to just flood the capabilities of the air defense systems. We don't have enough modern anti-aircraft systems like Patriot. That are able to hit the latest generation of Russian missiles like Onyx and Kinzhal. They equate here with Patriot being able to destroy these things. Okay. These are just salespersons here, salesmen for the military-industrial complex, Podolyak. The deficit of these systems means we can't cover all the parts of the country, Podolyak said. I didn't see any number here. Let's see. You want to say anything else? According to Podolyak, Ukraine needs 10 to 12 Patriot systems or similar to be able to defend the entire. Remember the entire? That's an impossibility, but hey, they talk like this, so they give people hope. And I'm quoting, it will be a lot more expensive to fix all of this later than to provide a Patriot system to defend the south. He added that the recent strikes on Odessa showed that strengthening air defense systems was the right thing to do, from both an economic and moral point of view. Okay. I don't see Podolyak saying anything about, I don't see him mentioning that number in all this. I don't see him saying anything about the number. Did I miss it at the beginning? The window. First, all right, no. I don't see the quote. It's just the interpretation of Ukraine form. Or at least they're just saying that he said, but it's not covered. Nevertheless, let's see, 10 to 12, okay? I don't see any quotation marks here. Not even here. All right, doesn't matter. Let's go and see the Patriot systems. I picked these guys because it was the lowest hanging fruit. Missile Defense Advocacy Alliance. They seemed official. Patriot Missile Defense System. Facts. Ground-based mobile. So, targets, UAV, cruise missiles, short-range ballistic missiles. Role, 15-kilometer, 22-kilometer interceptor. All right, got that? Status, interceptor sites all over the globe. Currently, there are 8 battalions with 33 batteries stationed in the United States. So 33, 8 battalions. There are 7 battalions with 27 batteries stationed overseas. And these guys won what? Between 10 and 12. And I think they have like 3 or 2 or 3 in Kiev right now. Overview. What's important here? I'm looking at this. And I'm going to get you there. The Patriot systems consists of 5 major components. A radar set, engagement control station, missile launchers, and Patriot missiles. That's why when, what's his face? Colonel Douglas McGregor said they need about 100 people for one system, he was right. Obviously, he knows what he's talking about. That's why he said those things will not be operated by the Ukrainians. Definitely. They don't have the time and the number. Anyway, the radar set is made up of an AN/MPQ 53 C-band multifunction phased array radar system that is remotely controlled by the MSQ 104 control station. The radar is able to detect and track more than 100 potential targets and has a range of over 100 kilometers. Let's go to this. I'm going to go right here and we go and find out where this came from. Correct? And we got right here. This is important because look here. The AN blah 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 is remotely controlled. They just use it via a cable link. It is able to track more than 100 potential targets. So they say, oh, we got 100 attacking us, and engage up to 9 of them. So from 100, if you send 11 or 10, one of them will be definitely missed. The radar system has a range that exceeds 100 kilometers. So the radar, and they activate, I think, within what, 15? So 9 of them can attack. So if you send 10 drones to a place where you have Patriot systems, and you send then 3 missiles after, this guy's going to engage the drones, some of them, up to 9, and then the rest of the missiles, if they come in the proper time, let's say a minute after, these guys don't have time to reload. That means those are going to be like, boom. And what was that number? Let me see. They call it, how do you call it? An active number, whatever it was right here. The roll, 15 kilometer, 22 interceptor. So that's what it was. This is, I think, the area they really operate to intercept these things. So they see them up to 100 kilometers, but they act within this kind of range. They don't, not further than that. Now, let's see this. You see this? This is obviously the map of Ukraine as yesterday. And all this starting, maybe start from here, from Odessa. If you go like this, all this Zapa, and you go even to here, which is Russian territory, this is more than how's that? 1,000. Let's put it in kilometers. Definitely more. So if you more than 1,000, you put one, let's say each at. You can't even put it because remember they are active in let's 22 kilometers. So you have to put them every 22 kilometers across the border or along the border. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And with 10 or 12 Patriot, you would be probably covering from Odessa to Kakhovka, right here, with 10. And what about the rest ones? Where are you going to put them? And he said, remember, all. Isn't what he said? All, the entire, wasn't it in the title? Entire. You can't cover with 10 entire country, Podolyak. Where are you going to put them? Around Kiev? That's all you can do it. They have a radius of 100 kilometers of detecting, but active, it's 22 kilometers. That's what? 16 miles, 17 miles? So anyway, my point is, this is just the beginning for stupid. Oh yeah, because if Podolyak would say, well, we need about, 300. Niet. All right. So maybe I made some calculations that are not there, but I don't think 10 to 12, even if they have the interceptor, let's say radius of, let's say 100 kilometers, if you put those, you can't cover it. It's too big. You can't. That the border is too big. And besides, they can flood them, as I said, with barrage. Yeah, I know that's the one I want to attack over there. I sent 15 drones of a certain capacity, and then after I monitor, bim bam bim bum 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 bim bum 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 bum, the next come and take over. I mean, that's been always like this, and that's a capability. So it doesn't mean they should not try. My point is, these guys are just trying to get the first badge, and they say, it's not enough. Like I'm making it the case right now. It's not enough. And I don't know, those batteries that these guys are talking about, those batteries the same. What is their distance? Maybe they cover a bigger radius. Maybe they do that. And if they do that, they do that. Yeah. If they do that, they will be deficient in the flooding area, which is sent more, and then the real ones. Real ones would be the big ones with bigger warheads. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.